the disadvantage to having a screened-in porch in a windy area. This is all cottonwood. Piper won't come any closer because Jay is blowing the cottonwoods off the screen, and that blower is too close to a hairdryer. And no matter how much I call her, Piper, come on, Piper. She won't come. Come on, it's okay. Progressing quite nicely. The mounds look pretty tattered, but this is what they looked like last year at this time. It's what happens when you bring leaf litter in that, and they're nicely aerated, but they look like they don't look like much. I'm at the stage in the garden where I am seeing my seedlings pop up. As you can see, I've got a lot of weeding to do, but that actually is my potato row over there. It's doing much better than I anticipated. Cold starting all of these. It's done exceptionally well. Everything has sprouted except for two things. My corn, which is all the way on that end, and my dad is also having trouble with his corn. His didn't pop up either, and he did his by himself, completely separate, but they were the same seed packets. So I feel like it's actually the variety of the corn or whatever happened, I'm not sure. Secondly, were all of my pepper plants. And in my pepper plants, what I did was, last year I did not cold start those or drop them seeds straight into the ground. Those are actually things that I transplanted. And I'm kind of brokenhearted because I bought those from either Home Depot or Lowe's, and I realized that those were plants that are genetically modified so that even though they produce seeds, the seeds are non-bearing. So every one of my pepper plants that I planted, with the exception of one, did not come up. And the only one that did was from the peppers I got in the grocery store. So now I know to buy nothing but organic, or make sure that I know where that seed is sourced from, or make sure that it's not a hybrid of some sort, so that that seed will reproduce. It's how they make money, but it's kind of sad because now I have 2 weeks worth of plants that aren't growing, and I'm going to have to go ahead and transplant again like I did last year, because I feel like I'm a little too late to try to plant seeds now. You're gonna get in trouble. What are you doing? He got caught plucking my fresh greens out of the garden, so now he's trying to make up for it. Now that we've got the garden started, is to go through and get all the rocks that I just kind of threw out, and we're going to start lining the driveway with it, and use those rocks also for our mini retainer wall at the house that I showed you in the last video. So that's what we're doing, and it's probably 69 and very windy, but we'll take it because a couple of days ago it was 96 and very high humidity. So the bugs were super bad, the flies, the black flies, and the mosquitoes. So we'll take this all day long. So hopefully we'll make use of this beautiful weather and get it taken care of. running the skid steer through. Since we put up the our canopy, we had to reroute our lights, and now we have to reroute them again. So this is what we're doing. We've been having a little bit of a bear issue, not directly at our home, but directly behind us in the woods, enough to where it's been waking us up at night with all the crashing and the grunting. So I initially put the lights on the bird feeder, but the one bear that's been getting mom and dad's bird feeder has been decimating it. So I didn't want the lights to be destroyed in the process. Bird feeders up here in northern Michigan are just something that you have to consider maybe being a something easily discarded, because you don't want to spend a lot of money on them, because they will get destroyed. So we're doing our best to try to alleviate that issue. The lights are a little more expensive, plus the amount of damage he could do, or she, with ripping these lights down is more than we're willing to gamble. These lights get pretty heavy the more you string together. So each one of them have tabs on them, and I'll show you what I mean by that. They have these loop tabs like this that you can connect. But the problem with that is, obviously, when you're swagging in between the trees, you can't connect on all of those loop tabs. So Jay put the washer, did a double washer, pretty wide, so that when the winds hit, they sway a lot, but they stayed in place. So we just want to make sure. We just connected it here. We're going to fix something with this right now. Everything's kind of temporary, but the lights are going to go across here, and we're hoping that we have enough to connect to that other batch of lights over there, or string of lights that we had to remove from going across the deck. So we have beautiful tree canopy. I think you know we have a ton of bugs. Not only do we get them biting the black flies, but we also get mass amounts of mosquitoes because of the high water table where we're at. But even more so, we get the stable flies and the biting horse flies. So this was a really great investment. On top of that, you can see the canopy is open, and in the afternoon, that sun gets really intense. So we weren't finding that we were able to enjoy the deck as much as we thought we would, because the sun was so intense. And any of you that have like the composite decking, or if you're thinking about doing composite decking, make sure you take into consideration the dark colors, because you will not be able to walk on it barefoot in the sun, especially if you have small children and they like to sit on it. Something to be mindful of. And I intentionally went with the gray color to mask this here. The dirt colors and the different colors as far as the sand and the dirt, and it does a great job at that. But I'm grateful that I went lighter as well, because it doesn't burn the feet. You can see how this tree is moving when the winds are probably, what would you say, 15 miles per hour?
Really?
Yeah. And this tree sways a lot. This one is maybe, I don't know, 10 inches to a foot in diameter. So when it's that thin and it goes straight up like that, you can see the wind catches the top of the canopy, and there's no other lower branches to secure it. So it sways probably a good 2 feet up there, back and forth. You think we have enough?
Nope.
Ugh.
10 feet short.
Huh?
Maybe about 10 feet short.
Jay doesn't know why I'm laughing. He had to feel that. Did you not feel a bird fly over and make a deposit? Usually it's me. Did you know that it's good luck when a bird poops on you? So we don't like that line hanging down there all down the front of the house. So what Jay's doing is going to move it all the way to the end so that we can conceal the wire going down behind in one of those ridges, and then run it from there over.